that moment of, not eureka, but certainly I recognized immediately the simplicity of the genius. You see, where omega-3s occur in nature, they are naturally bound to a polyphenol. Polyphenols are another essential aspect, powerful antioxidants of our nutritional health. They function on so many levels within the human biology, within the human organism. And where we find omega-3 in nature, they are bound to these polyphenols, but the essential refining process of fish oil, in order to eliminate those environmental toxins, also separates it from the polyphenol. And so the minute I loaded up the information, looked at the page, and I saw the simplicity of the genius of what Zinzino had done, they'd realigned nature. They'd put the omega-3 back with the polyphenol. And there it was. So immediately I realized that this was something decidedly different. In sport, we talk a lot about when the opposition goes zig, you should go zag. And what that means is you should always take the opposite direction if you're going to have an impact on the game, on the sport, on the outcome. If they go zig, you go zag. And really, the whole fish industry, the whole supplement industry had gone zig. Everybody had gone down the same path. Everybody was trying to increase total amounts in an endeavor to increase those circulating amounts of omega-3. But it hadn't worked. It wasn't working. We know why that doesn't work. And for the individual who attempts it, typically what it leads to is gastric issues, discomfort, complaints, and they disengage with little to no meaningful outcome with regards to their health. Zinzino had gone zag. They'd played into the open space. They'd seen the opportunity to do things differently. But more importantly, they understood what difference needed to be made. And by applying that simple genius of rebinding the omega-3 to the polyphenol, you now had a fully functional supplement that could meaningfully bring about a change, an alteration, an improvement to your omega-3 status. So from that point, I was hooked, because our role as science is to enable our societies to live better, to empower better health. It's upon us to share our insights and our information, the findings of our research, so that people can live better. But the frustration I'd always lived with was the fact that it took so long for our message to go from the peer-reviewed literature all the way through to making a change in the real world. And here I saw an organization who were just getting directly involved in facilitating that change. I always remember an old professor of mine saying the reason why we do experiments with 10, 20 or 100 people is because we can't measure the entire world. And then Zinzino took a different route and just decided to go and measure the entire world and then tell them how to do things differently. And so for me, here was an opportunity to plug straight in and start to bring about manifest positive change to health outcomes. Zinzino had the leverage on the world. They had the eyes and ears of the world. They were right at the front of test-based nutrition. We're right at the front today. We know that because we're foraging and we're forming new paths. We're so far ahead now that our ideas and our developments are mapped out for the next 5 to 10 years. We know what we do well now. We have the highest possible standards, and it's upon us to maintain those standards in everything we do as we go forward. That's the exciting part, to build on excellence. We're already changing health on a global scale, one cell at a time, one human at a time, one test at a time. And as we move forward, we intend to do even more. But the key thing is to bring things right back to center every single time and consider, well, what's at the very heart of what matters? The fact is that there's never been more faith and trust in what science has to share, but there's never been such little trust in how science is communicated. There is so much misinformation. Some of that is willful, some of that is by accident, some of that is due to the whole nature of an industry that just needs to renew headlines on magazines and newspapers. It's upon us to have direct conversations with the world, to empower them to take a test, to measure something of importance, of relevance, of meaning, and then to be able to powerfully do something about it. Because when we do this, we are enhancing lives, we are changing lives, we are enriching lives, we are empowering people to live better every single day. And that in itself is a catalyst. That in itself is a global movement.